Hi there, it's Hugh Foster here, and time for another baseline original tutorial video. And if you like that, please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget you can visit my website, hughfoster.co.uk, to download the backing track and the transcription for that one. So yeah, go wild with it. Anyway, so yeah, this is, as you can tell, I've gone a bit slap happy with this one. It's a slap line in E, which if you're fairly new to slap, you might just be discovering that a lot of the impressive sounding super quick stuff is generally in E. Not always, but the reason being is that you can use lots of open strings and do quite fast stuff without having to resort to stuff like double thumb, which I'm not even going to show you because I'm not that good at it. But yeah, there's lots of ways around it, and you'll find that sometimes to get something really impressive sounding really quick, you can use a combination of this hand and this hand, and it's all about left and right hand coordination, similar to a lot of drumming techniques, which is why slap bass drums, really similar sort of principles that you can put into effect there. Anyway, I'm rambling and I do want to keep this one short. So anyway, here is the line slowed down, and hopefully you can see a little more of what my hands are doing here. If it's still a bit too fast, you can also have a look on my website for the transcription. Remember, that's hughfoster.co.uk. Anyway, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so a lot to talk about, but hopefully I can get through it in a fairly short space of time. So let's quickly go through the main riff itself. Theory-wise, it is all based around the E blues scale. Hopefully, the first scale most people learn. If not that, then the minor pentatonic scale. But they're very similar. So yeah, so it's got that flat 5, that one there, and does start with that open string, and then that trill there, which I didn't do so well just then, so I'll just do it again. Okay, and then similar sort of thing, another trill there, and then a pull off. So I'm going slap on the open string, hammer onto the 2nd fret on the D string, and then slap that one again, and then pull off for that little bit there. And then variation 1, and that's kind of like another blues scale thing, just a little bit higher up the fretboard, kind of like a double pull off there. You see I'm not doing anything with the thumb past the first hit of that phrase, and then slapping the E, the 7th fret on the A string. Okay, and that's about halfway through. There's a variation each time, either variation 1 or variation 2, basically. So, and then, right, let's keep going. So, kind of more of the same. Okay, so that, yeah, that fill at the end. Let's talk about that because the bit before we've kind of covered already. So yeah, this fill at the end, it's theory-wise, it's actually quite simple. I know it might not look it, but it's all blues scale for the first part at least, and there are some patterns as well. So anyway, I'll just go through it phrase by phrase, not note by note, because that would be a bit too detailed, I think. Anyway, those first 4 notes, it's semiquavers or 16th notes. Pull off, and then hammer on in the other direction, and then slide up to that 9th fret. And then here is when the open strings really start to come into play. So similar to variation 1, where we went using that 5th fret on the D string to play a G, but actually slightly different, same sort of movement, but it's in a different place in the bar, different rhythm. And then after this point, it does kind of follow a pattern where it's like triplet sort of feel. So those last 6 notes. Can you see it? I'm doing thumb, hammer on, pluck, open string there, thumb, hammer on, pluck. Okay, so that's basically all of it, but I'll just do the whole thing again. 3, 4. I'll count it in properly again. 2, 3, 4. So if you've done it correctly, you'll find that you finish just before beat 4. And that basically covers the fill there. If you're still having trouble, have a look at my transcription and, well, slow it right down. It took me a while to get this one up to speed. Well, any other hints? I would say use quite a light attack with your right hand and small movements, because it doesn't need to be too. Each note doesn't need to be too loud because it's quick. You're not hanging about. So yeah, that's that. I think that pretty much covers it. But yeah, if you're interested in playing more stuff like this, or if you want to find more players of this kind of style, do check out the obvious ones like Marcus Miller, Victor Wooten, and then loads more, Stuart Zender. But one guy I have been watching a lot of videos by recently is an Italian guy called Federico Malaman. If you don't know him, do check him out. He is insanely good and really nice guy as well. But yeah, he kind of, it's kind of, I'm not saying ripping off, but he did inspire this video because he does tend to do very, very quick stuff without using double thumb. So I was like, oh, I'm not very good at that kind of thing. I'll have a look at him. And yeah, I think I can maybe do something similar-ish. But check him out. And like I said earlier, if you like that, do subscribe. Oh, no, one more thing. The sound, okay, because I'm going through my Van Nickley amp here, but I am actually using a preamp as well, because this bass, my 62 reissue non-export Japanese jazz bass, that's a bit of a mouthful, is passive. So to get that kind of Marcus Miller bright sound, you would need active electronics in the bass, but you can also use a preamp pedal, which I've got. I have got a Microtube's B7K bass preamp, and I'm using the EQ settings on that to get that kind of sound, something close to it at least. So hopefully a picture of it should come up here, and I'll explain the EQ settings I've got there. So I'm boosting the low end a fair bit, not too much, you don't want to overpower things, but it kind of does help when you're playing slap bass to boost the low end, just to kind of, because it doesn't quite have as much than when you're playing fingerstyle. Naturally, and then cutting the low mid slightly, get that scooped Marcus Miller type sound. High mids, flat, and treble boost a tiny amount. You don't want to boost too much, otherwise it does sound quite severe. But yeah, that pretty much covers anything, and that pretty much covers everything. Sorry. And as I was saying, if you like that, please do subscribe. Please do go to my website, hughfoster.co.uk, to download the backing track and the transcription for this particular bass line. And yeah, let me know how you get on in the comments, if you have any more questions at all. And yeah, hopefully see you soon, and have fun with it, guys. Bye.